Today we're at the cropping and stud merino operation of Kevin and Dani Crook near Ouyen in Victoria's northwest. In this video we'll be looking at the benefits that Kevin and Dani's farm has gained from its involvement in the Digital Agriculture Investment Scheme. The Digital Agriculture Investment Scheme was a $10 million initiative by the Victorian Government to help farmers overcome their financial barriers when adopting technology.
Thanks very much. Yeah, we're in northwest Victoria, just 20 k's out of Ouyen. We run a mixed farming operation here of both sheep and cropping operation. Mainly the sheep's run by Dani and myself, and my son Jeff runs the cropping operation. It is a 4,000 hectare, 10,000 acre property, sort of mid-range property in northwest Victoria. Through the scheme we'd purchased two different lots of technology. The first lot we purchased were through True Test, being able to do a lot of especially weight recording, growth rates in our young rams, and that not only was a benefit for us, it was a real benefit for our clients who come here and buy rams, because we don't want the biggest sheep that's going to grow slowly. We're wanting to identify the sheep that will grow quickly, so it's in and out and gone from the property. That was the main benefit. And the second lot of benefits, we purchased stock monitoring cameras. So we've got 5 different cameras set up in water troughs, and this was a real saving for us in the summer. For us to do a water run around here, it's about 80 kilometres, and in degrees, 40 plus degrees, we'd have to be doing that every second day. And it's just a time and effort. It's knocking us vehicles around and chasing sheep away from the water points, so we can just sit there, monitor the water, monitor the sheep most of the time. And we do also have property 40 kilometres away. That's a big strain to go there every day or every second day to check water troughs. So we can just click it on our camera, brings it up on the phone, and we can monitor water troughs. It was very easy, really. The cameras came, all we had to do was put a SIM card in the cameras, put batteries in, and then we just made little mounting brackets for around the water troughs, so that was easy, up and going. Download a couple of apps onto our phone for that. It was up and going within we had 5 cameras going in a half a day. With the True Test gear for the monitoring, it was quite easy. We had all the brackets and everything there, and it's just a matter of plugging in and play. The technology's been really useful here. It has really helped with us, especially recording of sheep weights and growth rates. That was what I'm wanting to find, and with the computer program we use, which was also purchased within the scheme, it just allowed us to identify the rams that produce the best sheep all the time. We can use growth rates of each ram, the computer program we use. Especially with the growth rates, we found that some lambs of some rams were growing 10 to 12% quicker than the average, and that's what we wanted to find. And with the cameras, the technology there, it has helped so much. Middle of summer, getting out in the ute and going for those drives, 80 k's, wear and tear on us and the vehicles. And one really good example, we have pieces of wood on the water troughs for bees when they land to get a drink. One day the piece of wood just floated out under the float valve, and one chance in a million, but we looked at the camera, one water trough empty. So we had to drive out, check that, and it was just the bit of wood was in the wrong spot, pulled the bit of wood out and the trough filled up. But if we didn't have the camera, those sheep could have been out of water for 2 or 3 days. We roughly spent 13,000 all up. It was 6,000 for the cameras and 7,000 for the True Test computer program, etc. The cameras have an ongoing cost for us for $100 for the 5 cameras per month, but it's not a lot of money. We would save that in a couple of tanks of fuel in the summer, so it's worked out pretty well. We probably will increase a few more cameras as we go on. We were really happy with the digital agricultural scheme. It allowed us to move forward, upgrade a bit of technology, help with our sheep stud here by selection of the better rams for our own purposes and our clients' purposes. And it's just one of those things that's making life a lot easier. That's the main thing, you know. We get older and older and we get slower and slower. The financial side, it has been a big saving for us here, especially with fuel in the summer. Every time you hop in the ute and drive that 80 to 100 k's, it's not too many trips of that for a tank full of fuel.